My guest today grew up watching her mother, legendary journalist Joan Lunden, inspire others to live their healthiest lives. Now she is following in her mother's footsteps as she and her husband share tips on fitness, nutrition, mindfulness. I love that word, mindfulness, conscious parenting, as the creators of New York City fitmom, named one of the fittest couples on Instagram by Women's Magazine, by Women's Health. That's like an amazing thing to accomplish. Welcome to my show, Jamie Hess.
Hi there. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to meet you finally. I've was in the television world, and I've met your mom, and I've interviewed her actually on this show too. And what a wonderful family you guys have.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so lucky to have her to kind of look up to, and she's truly my best friend, so truly blessed.
Okay, so my first question before we get into everything, because I'm inspired by you and your husband and your life and what you've done, watching your mom and everybody else in the world wake up to her. What was that like growing up?
You know, it was so inspiring, and I actually watched her also after she had us, and she had gained some weight and was just kind of going through a transformative period of her own life. I watched her inspire America, really, as she went through a weight loss journey and started sharing with others, how to be healthy and how to live your best life. And that's really what I strive to do with NYC fitmom. You know, we started the Instagram account just to share our life as a fit couple, and then it became so much more, and I truly realized I had a little bit of that same power to do what my mom did, and it's so powerful and exciting.
It really is. And also, I think that was one of the other things that why we all could, love and adore and, feel like we were part of your family too, watching you guys grow up and your mom, because she shared every morning with us. So
yeah, absolutely. People feel so close to her because she's been in their homes. It's such a personal hour of the day.
Right. So here you are. So how did all this begin for you?
Well, it's funny. My husband actually proposed to me on a treadmill at a place called Barry's Boot Camp, our favorite workout.
Yes, I know that.
And it just kind of started our public-facing persona as a fit couple, and we just kind of went with it. But we truly are wellness geeks. We just love this stuff. We love to help people kind of live their best life and eat healthy and find wellness and productivity hacks. And so, that's what I get to do day to day.
That's so fun, though, right?
Oh, it's the best. It's absolutely, and we learned so much by doing it. We really are curators of information, and by doing so, it really helps us kind of level up our own life.
So what is your guys' day like? Take us through that first.
Sure. It starts very early. We get up at 4:30, and it's really all about planning because we do have a 3-year-old. So one of us gets to the gym in the morning, the other stays home and tends to childcare, and then the day kind of rolls on from there. We're both entrepreneurs and have a busy day, but fitness and wellness is always at the center of what we do, and planning is a very big component, whether it's planning the gym or meal prep, really making sure that we get ahead of the game there.
Okay, and eating better is always on the top of, we just celebrated the new year, always on the top of everyone's New Year's resolutions. What are some of the things that you can recommend? And I know there's a lot of them on your Instagram too.
Absolutely. You go to NYC fitmom. We share about them all the time. But I want to share actually one of the hottest new finds that I made for 2019 because I know eating healthy for the whole family, it can be hard. Like I said, I have a 3-year-old at home. He's a little picky. So you want to find things that are healthy but that are going to make everyone happy. Purdue Simply Smart Organics, this new line, it's making eating organic easier than ever. So Purdue is, of course, a trusted family brand. They've been around over 100 years. And this new Simply Smart Organics line, it really offers these better-for-you choices. It's got attributes like being lightly breaded, having simple, non-GMO ingredients. And this is my favorite. It actually has 25% less fat and 50% fewer calories than USDA data for breaded, fried, boneless chicken. So that's a huge, huge change. And, bottom line, it's great to be able to have something like this on the shelves at your local grocery store. It's so accessible.
And
so
they are making it easier for us to eat healthier with the labels and the sections that they're putting it into. Did you notice that as well?
Absolutely. It's all there for you. I hear it all the time from our followers. They think eating organic is too hard. It's not accessible to them. And this just made it easier, So if you go over to their website, Purdue.com, you can find a store near you and also some really great recipe ideas.
Okay, so that's good. And there was also something I'm scrolling through your Instagram as we're talking because I love to look at it. And you guys are kind of inspiring me. Your little guy's so cute too.
Thank you. Our little
years go by fast. I know you know that too well. There was well, I'll get back to it when I find it. But I like the recipes that you put on there and that everything bagel scooped out. That looks really good. So it's not like you always have to have no carbs.
Absolutely. You know, my favorite thing to do with my husband is to reverse engineer recipes and kind of deconstruct them and find healthier ways to make them and just find ingredients that are better for you, you know, that are wholesome. You don't have to be crazy. You know, it's not about restricting, especially when you have a family to feed.
Yeah, especially when you have a family. And if you starve yourself, you're going to even gain more weight.
You sure are. Studies show that.
Yes. Okay, so what are some of the snacks that you carry in your bag with you, like when you're on the go or when you don't have time to prep?
Yeah, it's a good one. You know, we really like to bring with us whole foods, things that come from the earth. So a lot of the time I say, you know, healthy food doesn't have ingredients. It is ingredients. So almonds, bananas, things like that. You know, it sounds a little bit boring, but actually it can really save you when you're in a pinch. Staying ahead of your hunger is one of my biggest kind of life hacks.
Okay, that's a really actually a real good one. If you just tuned in, I'm talking to Jamie Hess. She is lifestyle and fitness expert. We're talking about healthy tips and healthy lifestyle. She's a wife, mother, and she is the creator of New York City fitmom, which everyone should follow your Instagram because it's inspiring. All of it's inspiring.
Thank you. Yes, it's NYC fitmom.
I'm sorry,
Thank you so much.
Fitmom.
That's okay.
Okay, so and also getting more organized.
Totally. You know, I mean, look, the new year is the best time to wipe the slate clean and set some new goals around productivity. And in this digital age, it is so easy to get frazzled, right? I mean, I don't know about you, but like things are appearing and disappearing on a screen in front of me. You know, you can hardly keep it straight. There's actually something called the forgetting curve. I don't know if you've heard of this. I had never heard of it, so I actually had to go look it up myself when I first discovered it. It's a hypothesis that tells us 90% of the information that we're presented with, we forget within a week, and 50% within an hour.
Ooh.
That's kind of scary, right?
That is scary.
It really is, and I really think that the digital age has a little bit to do with that. So the reality is, when it comes to memory retention and productivity, print and visuals are still king. So there's actually this really cool campaign, the Paper and Packaging How Life Unfolds campaign. And they brought us some simple tips to enhance productivity using paper, really kind of getting back to basics. So I have a couple that I wanted to share with you. And again, they're simple, right? I'm a huge proponent of putting pen to paper when it comes to getting organized. So write down your to-do list. Studies show it's going to help you absorb information better. The second one, I don't know if you do this, but I print out my calendar. I print out the whole calendar. I put it up on my fridge. Not only does it let me kind of visually map my month, but it gives my entire family, my spouse, my kids, my caregivers, a sight line into what's going on for us. So I'm not managing it all by myself, right? Third, this is a simple one. Bring a real notebook into a meeting versus a computer. This is going to help you retain information better, but also you'll be less distracted by incoming emails. I mean, that's a hard one. That's a really hard one. I think we're all kind of conditioned to have this, like, you know, ADD mentality, and using a real paper notebook really helps. And then finally, this is the perfect time to get ahead of tax season. So really getting your filing system in order is going to set you up for success in April. And I love these tips. And there's some more of these productivity tips using paper if you go to howlifeunfolds.com/productivity. Mm-hmm.
I have to tell you, though, I am a paper, pen, pencil person. I write my show, I write my interviews, like even my notes for you. Everything, well, I use a certain pencil, and I use the same notepads that I get all the time from Staples, and I've always done that. I just, because for me, once I write it down, I don't even have to really look at it.
It's in your brain.
I'll know what I'm doing. I'll know what I'm talking about. It's just, you know, I have papers all over the place, but I like that.
And there's so many studies that show that that is the way to do it. And it doesn't mean that you don't keep a calendar in your phone, too. That's fine. But
True.
If you really want to work on, you know, memory retention and really getting things in order, paper is still king.
And you know what? It's the handwritten notes. That's still. When was the last time you got one? I mean,
So true.
I miss those days.
I miss those days too. I'm a little old fashioned. I miss those days too.
So also, Jamie, managing our time better in the kitchen is also a good thing too. I mean, you said meal prep. Sometimes it's hard for us. What are your tips?
Well, it is so hard. And, I'm obviously a working mom, and so I feel the pain. It is so hard to find things that are healthy, but also quick and easy to make. It's very, very difficult. So one of my new finds, this one's actually kind of a game changer for me and my family, are these Nourish Bowls from Man's Fresh Vegetables.
Oh.
They basically allow you to make these warm, delicious bowls in minutes. And what I love most is that they're full of, nutrient-packed superfoods, things that I really like to give my own family. Butternut squash, cauliflower, kale, delicious, nutritious things. And then they pair them with these amazing sauces, things like Southwest Chipotle and basil pesto. They have bowls for literally any meal of the day, and it really does make meal prep a breeze. But also, one of my new favorite types of Nourish Bowls, they have these Nourish Bowl breakfasts, which really takes your traditional breakfast scramble up a notch. I'm obsessed with them, and the reason being, you add your own eggs, which is so different. They're not frozen. So you know that, you crack 2 eggs in, and you're going to get a savory, fresh, delicious bowl every time. Pop it in the microwave for 4 minutes, and you're good to go. So you can see all of their different flavors and also some recipe inspiration at veggiesmadeeasy.com.
Oh, that sounds yummy. I feel like I want one right now, the warm bowls. So do you meal prep on Sundays?
Yeah, we do. We actually plan our menus on Sunday. And then we start kind of getting things prepared that day. We kind of do it throughout the week. It just depends on our schedule. And actually, I'm very lucky to have a husband who also loves to cook and really kind of keep tabs on our healthy lifestyle. So we really do split up all of it 50-50, whether it's parenting or meal prep. It's really a family endeavor. So we kind of change it up and take it on week to week.
Your mom did such a good job raising you.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You're such a nice person.
Thank
really
you.
Are. Tell her. Well, sometimes, like, I've been in the business too, so sometimes, people are not what they seem, and you're just tell your mom, first of all, I want to have her back on my show again. Tell her I said hi, and tell her she did such a good job, and I'm so inspired by you guys. I'm following on Instagram now, so NYC Fit Fam. You got to follow it on Twitter, on Instagram. If you just tuned in, I'm talking to Jamie Hess. She is a lifestyle and fitness expert. We're sharing healthy tips and healthy lifestyles. Any last minute tips you can give? Because I could talk to you all day long about everything healthy.
I said it earlier and I'll say it again. Planning. It's one of my biggest tips for 2019. For me, if I don't plan a workout, if I don't plan a meal, it's not going to happen the way that I want it to. So really getting ahead of that and having a sustainable plan versus a quick fix resolution that you can really kind of bite into all year long.
And it's really not. And, once you get into the routine, it helps because, let's face it, do you like to work out? I mean, you probably do, right? But some mornings you have to not want to do it.
I'm on autopilot, and it's what I call smart feet. I don't even think. I get up, and my smart feet put on sneakers and take me out the door, and I'm on my way to the gym. And that's really it's called a habit, and it's something that you can make with just some consistency.
That's so true. So what's next for you? I mean, you guys are just on the go.
Yeah, we have so many exciting things going on. We're constantly traveling around for NYC Fit Fam and trying different workouts and different, travel endeavors. So we're kind of headed on a few upcoming. We're taking our son around. He loves to be a part of our kind of fit travel adventures. So we have some really fun stuff coming and also a cookbook coming out in the spring.
I was going to say, there's got to be a book coming, right?
Yeah, that's what we're gearing up for now.
All right, well, come back on when you have the book. I'd love to talk about that again and have you back anytime. Thank you so much, Jamie.
Thanks for having me.
You got it.